Hi guys, you've got Sammy here. Thanks for tuning in to Hook, Wine and Stitches. Today we're going to be looking at the magic circle, which I know everybody goes nuts over this thing. I start mine a little bit differently. I don't even use my hook. So I'm going to show you how I do it and hopefully it helps some of you. So I've got my yarn here. I'm just going to make a big loop. Now I have my end underneath my working yarn and I've just made a big loop. Now I'm going to reach through the circle and pull up my working yarn so I have a loop there. Now I'm going to grab my hook, pop it into that loop. I'm holding the circle and the tail and I'm going to grab the other side of the circle. And I'm just going to make a chain. And that's it. I can start working. I've got a magic circle there ready to go. So I can start working some single crochet. If you're wanting to start off with something bigger, like a half double, a double, or a treble's tricky for magic circle, but it is doable. You just chain up the relevant number. So for a half double it's 2, for a double it's 3, and for a treble it's 4. I'm just going to work a couple of stitches in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've worked my stitches, it's time to close the magic circle. So I'm just going to grab the end of my yarn and pull it. Closed up, no hole. I can slip stitch through my first single crochet to close up that round, and you can secure the end of your magic ring. Now I like to work my second row, sometimes even my third before I do that. So working in the round, we're constantly increasing our stitches till we get to the size that we want. So to do that, I'm going to chain 1, remembering chain 1 doesn't generally count as a stitch. In the same stitch I'm going to work 2 single crochet, so both into the same stitch from the previous round. And I'm going to continue doing that all the way around. So the second stitch will have 2 single crochet as well. So we started out with 6 single crochet. At the end of this round, we will have 12 single crochet. It's working around 2 single crochet into each stitch from the previous round. 1 and 2. And 2. Now for this second round we're doing 2 single crochet into each stitch from the previous round, but if we did that on the next round we would be increasing too quickly and we'd get a wobbly wonky edge that wouldn't sit flat. I've just slip stitched to join my last. You can see my magic ring has kind of come loose, so I can pull that tightly again to close the center back up, and I can tie that off at the back ready to sew in once I've finished whatever I'm working on. Now working out, we space out our increased stitches. So the 2 single crochet in 1 stitch is an increase. So this round I'm going to do my chain 1 and a single crochet into the same stitch, and then I'm going to do 2 in the next. and then 1, and then 2. So we're only adding an increase on every second stitch. The further we get out, the further apart our increased stitches will be. I hope that's helped you guys get the magic circle and the idea behind increased stitches. I'm going to finish out this row and then I'm going to meet you back here and show you how to do some decreased stitches. See you in a moment. Okay, I'm back. I've done a few more rounds so you can see it's a lovely circle, all concentric, following that increase formula. So starting out with 6 in the center, each round has increased by 6 stitches. If we started out with 8, each round would have increased with 8 stitches. 10 stitches, and so on. And we've just spaced those increased stitches further out, the further out we've worked from our center. Now we're going to do something a little different and do some decreased stitches. It won't actually be helpful in this part of any pattern, but if you're doing amigurumi, you'll reach a certain point, you'll do a certain number of rows of that number. So say we're at 48 stitches, we did 4 rows of 48 stitches, so then we're getting sort of a nice round little head, and then we need to decrease again. So I've done my chain of 1. Just going to put a single crochet in the same stitch, because a chain of 1 doesn't count as a stitch. And then we're going to do a single crochet 2 together. So we're going to go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, but we're not going to finish the single crochet. We're going to go into the next stitch and pull up another loop, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. So we've turned 2 stitches into 1 when we're working into it on the next round. I'm just going to work that out a little so that it's still sitting flat, so I can keep showing you some more decreases. So for the single crochet 2 together, we go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, go into the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3. So we've got the same height as a single crochet stitch because I've just put 1 in there. So you can see they're all sitting at the same height. We've just turned the 2 stitches into 1 when we work into it in the next round. And I'm just going to work a couple of single crochet to give us some space. Now we can do the exact same thing with a half double crochet 2 together. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the first stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 1. Insert my hook into the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the stitches. So the same height as a half double crochet. Here we'll put 1 in here to make sure. Just decreasing our stitch count, ready for the next round. And you can see that's starting to curl up already. So that's how we're going to get that nice spherical ball type shape. So half double crochet 2 together, yarn over into the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over through 1, into the second stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over through all 4. Okay, and we will do the same with a double crochet now. Just move out a couple of stitches. You can see how much that's curling though, and that's what we want with our double crochet if we're doing amigurumi. Double crochet 2 together or single crochet, 2 together, or whatever, can be used for other reasons as well. But amigurumi is the most common when we're working in the round. Now, double crochet, 2 together, yarning over, inserting into our first stitch, pulling up, yarn over through 2, yarning over, going into our second stitch, pulling up a loop, yarning over through 2, yarn over through all 3. So you can see the height difference happening there between the half double crochet and the double, and how it works exactly the same to decrease our stitch count for the next round. So I'll do that one more time. Yarning over, inserting in the first stitch, pulling up a loop, yarning over through 2, yarning over, inserting into the next stitch, pulling up a loop, yarning over through 2, yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's it. We've learnt magic circle, increasing stitches in the round and decreasing stitches in the round. I hope you've all found this helpful. I can't wait to hear your feedback. Please remember to subscribe to the Hook, Wine and Stitches channel so that you can get updates when we do our video uploads. I can't wait to see you all next time. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, happy hooking.